Here are 20 Stardew Valley myths and conspiracies that I will be completely busting in this video, and an incredible bonus at the end. Don't miss it. Myth: fish do not like the taste of magnets. It might help you find treasure chests quicker, however it will make fish take longer to bite on your line. This myth is obviously busted. Magnets are just as effective as regular bait, with the added benefit of causing more treasure chests to appear while fishing. Naturally, deluxe bait is considerably better, and magnets are really expensive, but yeah, they do not cause less fish to bite. Myth: daily luck will give you better loot from geodes. How else did I get this prismatic shard? Nope. Unfortunately, luck has no effect on geodes. Every single geode you open is predetermined as soon as you create your save file. You can even see when you will get a prismatic shard by using the Stardew Valley predictor website. The same is true for those random night events. Turns out they are not that random. Either way, this myth is absolutely busted. Myth: Monster Musk does not work in the volcano. This is somewhat true. Monster Musk will not increase the amount of tiger slimes, those strange robot guys, or the hotheads. Those will remain the same. However, Monster Musk will increase the amount of magma sprites and magma sparkers. This is actually good, because these are the enemies that drop cinder shards when we defeat them. This myth is busted. Monster Musk does indeed work in the volcano, just on specific enemies. Myth: there will be more forageables after it rains. You know what? I believed this for the longest time. I made it a point to scour around the entire valley looking for forageables. While I wish this was true, it isn't. This is absolutely busted. Rain has no effect on forageables. Green rain does cause tons of weeds to spawn, but no forageables are affected. Myth: Ginger Island needs scarecrows. Listen, Ginger Island has no seasons. It is always tropical and beautiful. Ginger Island also has parrots. That's right, parrots. You won't find any crows on this magnificent island. This means you will not need any scarecrows. I still use them though, since we can drop hats on them. Regardless, this myth is busted. Myth: you need to befriend Willy in order to access the boat to get to Ginger Island. Gosh darn, if this was true, I might actually have a couple friends in this game. Fortunately, this is absolutely busted. You just need to complete the community center to gain access to the boat. Willy is charging you to use his boat. He doesn't really care if you're friends or not. He is profiting. Myth: fruit trees need to be planted in their respective seasons. Nope. Busted. You can plant fruit trees in any season. You can even plant them in winter. They will still grow like normal. As you know, fruit trees take a very long 28 days to grow. They will only produce fruit in their respective season. However, they can grow regardless of which season you plant them in. Myth: you will make more money if you sell items straight to Pierre, Clint, or Willy. This myth is as old as time. Fortunately, it has been busted countless times. The shipping bin will give you the exact same amount of money. The only benefit of selling straight to the store is that you will get the money instantly. Another ancient myth. I think this one was started by Dangerous Funny himself. Keeping a rabbit's foot in your inventory will give you a luck boost. Yeah, I get it. They say a rabbit's foot is good luck. And it is. If you give it to this guy in this spooky van, you will get a lucky charm that does indeed increase your luck. However, keeping it in your inventory is only good for one reason: for giving it to a villager for some friendship points. Busted. Myth: shooting the train with a slingshot will cause the train to give you more loot. Bro, I don't even know where this conspiracy came from. No, myth busted, don't be silly. Myth: cactus fruit can only be planted inside of a garden pot. Yeah, I can see where this myth came from. Cactus fruit can only be planted indoors. The only way to plant crops indoors is with a garden pot. However, the greenhouse does count as indoors, and you do not need garden pots there. Well, does the entire Ginger Island count? We can plant cactus fruit on Ginger Island with no problem at all. Myth busted. Myth: getting married ruins your spouse's life. There is some truth to this. Many of the townspeople have big goals, like Elliot, who writes a novel, or Leah, who sculpts daily, and Shane, who drinks daily. Are we ruining their lives? At least they still visit the town and their families every now and then. I'm actually not sure about this one. Let me know in the comments below. I'll mark this as plausible. Myth: Shane is a miserable drunk. This is a funny one. Listen, Shane is a drunk. However, he is not miserable. He loves it. Sure, it damages his relationship with his family, and most likely with any potential work opportunities. Regardless, bro is living his best life. Myth busted. Myth: you will lose items if you pass out in the mines. This is a very common misconception. Passing out and dying are two entire separate things. You will pass out if it reaches 2 a.m. You will also pass out if you completely run out of energy. When you pass out, you will lose gold and you will wake up with less energy. However, all of your items are safe. You will only lose items if your health drops all the way to 0. Only if an enemy defeats you in battle, or if a bomb takes you out. Myth busted. Go pass out in the mines to harvest an extra couple nodes. No problem. Myth: fertilizers are less effective for regrowable crops like ancient fruit. You know what? This is somewhat true. Crop enhancers like speed grow will make the crop mature faster, allowing it to produce fruit faster. However, it will not reduce the amount of time in between harvests for regrowable crops. Deluxe fertilizer, which is used to get iridium quality crops, fortunately does work though. However, for crops like cranberries and coffee, it will only impact the first of the multiple crops that are dropped. So yeah, this works perfectly on ancient fruit as they only produce 1 crop per harvest. Myth: a full Junimo hut will cause your crops to be lost forever. This is a funny one, and fortunately Mr. Concerned Ape has a good solution for this. If your Junimo hut is full to the brim, meaning there's no space in the hut for harvested crops, then the Junimos will simply just drop the crops on the floor. You can run past and pick them up yourself. It is actually quite satisfying. Anyway, myth busted. Myth: you need to date Shane to get blue chickens. Listen, blue chickens are cool. They're basically regular chickens, but they're blue, and that's a good enough reason for me. Shane, on the other hand, not as cool. There are quite a few other villages that I would rather romance, so thank goodness this myth is completely busted. You only need to get Shane to 8 hearts to get blue chickens. No bouquet, no mermaid pendant necessary. Yoba is a myth. Yoba is the religion in Stardew Valley, and like any religion, there's a little bit of skepticism, even from some of the villagers in the valley. However, in the world of Stardew Valley, Yoba is very, very real. Why? Well, this is a cursed mannequin. Spooky, isn't it? If you place your cursed mannequin by the Yoba statue and sleep, it will magically turn into a regular uncursed mannequin. So in the world of Stardew Valley, Yoba is real. Myth busted. Myth: Pam is poor because she is lazy. That's quite mean of you. She might be poor because she is bad with money, but she is not lazy. Listen, Pam is a bus driver. She was unable to work because the bus was broken. It was up to us to fix it for her. Only then could she get back to work and earn money again. Out of all the villagers, she is actually a hard worker. She works every day from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Most villagers do not work. Myth: luck doesn't even matter. It is true that luck doesn't matter in many aspects of the game. However, this is actually good. Imagine if a bad luck day would just make everything go wrong. Regardless, it still does indeed matter. You will crit more, you will find ladders faster, and you will get more treasure chests. You will get more panning spots, and most importantly, you will win slightly more at this magical game. So yeah, luck matters. Obviously busted. Bonus myth. Unclaimed rewards from the community center are lost forever. Whenever you complete a bundle, there are some rewards to claim. If you do not claim these rewards, and if you complete the community center, you will be unable to view the bundle to claim the reward. Fortunately, there is a little bag over here that all of the villagers just seem to conveniently ignore, full of the rewards for you to claim after completing the community center. Isn't that nice of them? That was 20 myths absolutely busted in Stardew Valley, and this video has 20 of the most amazing things in this entire game. Thanks for watching, but for now, I will see you in the next video.